It's the only junior college matchup in the state that can feature two teams from the same city. United Tribes is hosting Bismarck State in a basketball doubleheader. Now to get an update on the women's contest and a preview of the men's matchup, we go live to Ryan Farrell at the James Henry Gymnasium. Ryan, take it away.
Thanks, LT. At halftime, the BSC women's are up by 2. But for the Mystics, it's an away game just a few miles down the road. I'm joined with head coach Buster Gillis. Now, Coach, what's it like to have a game so close to home for the family and friends of BSC?
Well, it's real nice to be able to play in town and not have to travel. We have enough of those nights where we get back at 2, 3 in the morning, so this is an easy drive across town.
You guys have had a lot of injuries this season. Talk a little bit about those injuries and who has stepped up in those absences.
Well, we had a lot of kids that stepped up, some of our freshmen in particular, but Kewan Johnson, Austin Slaughter, those are a couple of kids that really stepped up in that position. And, you know, we have Travis McKay, who's finally going to get back tonight. And so we're still going to have 3 kids out for the year, but we've picked up most of the kids now that, you know, from those previous injuries.
What have you seen from the Thunderbirds that's going to be really challenging for you tonight?
Well, they like to get them down the floor, and they score a lot of points. You know, watching video, you know, all their guys can shoot, so, you know, you have to guard everybody, and you just hope they have an off night.
All right, thank you for joining me, Coach, and good luck tonight.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan.
We'll bring in head coach for the Thunderbirds, Pete Conway. Coach, how you doing?
Good, how you doing?
I'm good. So, tough year for you guys. What's the key to tonight's game?
The key for tonight's game is just make sure we're ready to go. You know, this is a fun environment to play in. I always tell my guys, you know, that, you know, they're pretty fortunate to be able to play in a crosstown rivalry like this. There's not too many in the nation that have a built-in rival right across town like this. So, you know, take advantage of the opportunity you have here tonight. I
mentioned a tough game because that last loss against Dawson was only 3 points. What happened in that game?
Yeah, the Dawson game was kind of game. You know, anytime you go on the road, it's tough to win in conference, and you know, credit to our guys. We you know, we hung with them. It wasn't at the pace of the game wasn't the pace that we usually like to play at, you know, in the 70s, but you know, we gave ourselves a shot at the end of the game to send it into overtime. You know, just went off the rim a little bit there, but you know, this team's been through some battles on the road, and I think it's feels good to be back home.
What do you think the key to tonight's game is?
The key to tonight's game, I just think, you know, both teams obviously are going to be fired up coming out of the gates. I think the key is just kind of, you know, make sure you're here, present in the moment during the game, not let your emotions get you too carried away, and just settle down and play basketball.
Great, good luck, Coach. Thank you for joining me. LT will be back tonight at 10 o'clock with highlights from this women's game and the men's game starting at 7:30. LT, we'll send it back to you in the studio.